What's up, comic book fans? This is Mark, and this is another Comic Crazy review for the first week of July of 2010. I have 4 comics to talk about this week, so let's begin with Batman and Robin number 13. Now, have you ever had a comic book that you've been looking forward to so long, then they delay it, and then when you get it, it's really not what you wanted? This is the fact of the matter, for me at least, for Batman and Robin number 13. Now, it has the same artwork as Return of Bruce Wayne number 2, which I despised. I hate it. The reason why is everybody looks like they need to take a dump or they are taking a dump. As well as there's too much shading and it just looks too it just looks nasty to me. There's no appeal to it, and it's not cool, dark, or mysterious. It's just crappy artwork. Now, on top of that, we have Grant Morrison doing what he does best, confusing readers by doing a weird editing job on how to play certain events. Now, I'm not saying that this book is absolutely atrocious. The underlying story is pretty interesting, but the fact of the matter is how they're telling the story isn't working for me. It may not be working for anybody else out there, I don't know, but when you put something so major in the beginning to try to sell the next 2 books, you need to tell the readers what's going on right now. The reason why is if you don't, we're going to not care after a while. I seriously don't care about the main... Sorry, there's like a bug here. I don't care about this main premise anymore. It's getting you out of the story and you really don't want to read this anymore. I may drop Batman and Robin, at least until the art changes, because after a while, after seeing this artwork, it makes you hate this comic more and more and more. I have to give this a 5 out of 10. Now, if you like the artwork of Batman and Robin number 13, you probably like the artwork of Return of Bruce Wayne number 2. If that's the fact, go with it. Buy this comic. But if you don't and you despise it as much as I do, stay away from this. But I know a lot of people are probably saying, but there's the Joker's in it. So what? The Joker's in a lot of things. You could just pass. 5 out of 10. Brightest Day, the Atom Special, one shot. This is the beginning of the Atom series that's going to continue in Adventure Comics as the second feature. Now, I'm not a big Atom fan, but I gotta say, I love what this writer is doing with the Atom. They're actually making you interested in the Atom, which is hard to say because Atom's probably one of the most boring characters on Earth. So what they do is they tell an interesting story, give a lot of background on the Atom, as well as a new telling of the origin, which is pretty cool. If you don't know anything about the Atom and you want to learn something, and you're not particularly going to buy Adventure Comics for the entire series, I still would say pick this up. It's a lot of good read, basically, and the art's pretty good too. I have to give this an 8 out of 10. Brightest Day, number 5. And I gotta tell you, they did it again. The reason why I say they did it again is because the cover doesn't match the main story in the comic. I don't know why. But other than that little gripe, this was awesome. The reason why I keep saying that this book is so awesome, and some people are saying it's dragging, you gotta look for the good parts in it. One of the good parts is Deadman. The Deadman part in here has been kick-ass all the way through. Now, other than him going against an Anti-Monitor and then not going against the Anti-Monitor, everything else has been strong. Another strong factor of this book is Aquaman. Every time Aquaman's in this book, it's great. Now, I, as well as most of the world, think Aquaman as a joke. He's a man that talks to fish. But ever since Blackest Night, we've been getting a lot more cool stories involving Arthur Curry. And I gotta say, I'm becoming a fan of Aquaman. That's just me. Is he my favorite character? No, but he's getting up there, and that's pretty weird because I never thought I would ever say that in my life. We find out also an interesting fact about a book from, I want to say 4 months ago. Now, the Blackest Night Wonder Woman series if you read that at the end, Wonder Woman, when she was a Star Sapphire, put her like powers, I guess, around Mara, which is Aquaman's wife, and she said, "Oh, you didn't tell him," and she said, "No, I haven't," and people were confused to shit. Guess what? They answer that question finally in this book. You finally know what she's been hiding all this time. And I gotta say, it's pretty good. The one drawback, at least, for Brightest Day, continuing, I guess, would be the Hawkman Hawkgirl story. I don't care what they do, and I gotta tell you, it's been the best it's been so far. But I don't care about Hawkman and Hawkgirl. There's nothing that will make me like these two characters. Matter of fact, I wish they just killed them off, because guess what? You can't make a really good story with just these two. I know they're trying to retcon their existence, but it's still confusing. It still draws a lot more, and I don't even think Jeff Johns could, pull them out of the water. I have to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Now for the comic of the week, Amazing Spider-Man number 636. Yes, Grim Hunt Part 3. This entire Grim Hunt has been amazing. Unlike the Gauntlet, Grim Hunt has been all the way up. Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. All the way up for this entire run. Now that's thanks to Joe Kelly's dialogue in here. The layout in here and the artwork are fantastic, but the thing that makes this book shine are the words. The words between Kraven and his daughter, and the rest of his family. We find out what really happened to Spider-Man in the last issue, which I'm trying not to spoil. It's just, I love how Joe Kelly could play with the reader's emotions so much. When you're reading this, you don't even realize that you feel tense when Kraven's around, just like the characters are in the book. I mean, for that, I gotta say, wow, I didn't expect to go on a roller coaster like I do with this book. Joe Kelly has been probably the best writer of Spider-Man for the entire year. He should have Spider-Man by himself. But that's probably not going to happen, seeing that it is a weekly comic. Now, the only bad thing about this is $3.99. Why? We get a second feature that sucks. We also get a third feature. Guess what? Marvel, please just get rid of the second feature. It doesn't matter to us. We just want the main story. We want the $2.99 price point because it is a weekly comic. I have to give this a 9 out of 10, and this is the comic of the week. So, that's it, guys. Those are all the comics. Check out the website, comiccrazyreviews.website.com. You can see my written reviews, which will include Secret 6, the newest one, as well as X-Men number 1. And you could also check out Hex blog from Brendan Hex, Box and Type X's toy reviews, and Blue Goblin's written reviews, and much, much more. So, guys, I will see you next week. And until next time, keep reading those comics. Peace.